It is the men's C, 5,000 metres. Jock Augustinius from Old Zabs lines up. Ned Verway also there. His Frankston teammate Pete Dutton will be next to him. Kieran Patton from Deakin is also in the field. Jack Hynam from Glen Huntley. Ross Thomas, Box Hill. Ben Stevens, Eureka. Matt Venner from Knox. Eric Ueda from Melbourne University. Oliver Lurie, Chilwell from Old Scotch. Connor Merrigan. William Lovett is in the field as well in Station 12. From the Old Zavarians, Ben Hassler. Keith Scott from Ballarat Harriers, Nick Lukey's. Cornelius Njetic from Knox. From Old Scotch, we've got Luke Nicholson and also Seth Chan from Box Hill, Campbell Brooks. Damien Clark is also in the field. From Box Hill, Michael Petridis. From Collingwood Harriers, Simon Hands. Dan Gibney from Old Zavarians. Angus McAfee, Bendigo University. Caleb Gilbert, Albury. Tane Lang, Melbourne University. And from Mentone, Andrew Lego. That's our field in the men's C, 5,000 metres. So big field here. Great. Thanks once again to our lap scorers. You people are doing a wonderful job. All right, so out front, let's spot them as they come through. As I said, big field. Looks like we've got a pacemaker in there. That could be Archie Wallace, perhaps, pacing. So descending into the darkness of the back straight here. So Njetic definitely sitting there in third position. Venner sitting fifth. Seth Chan just in front of him. So the seed times here range from just over the 15-minute mark through to about 15:50. So the pacemaker into position now. A long line of young gentlemen just lining up behind, setting up the initial phase here in this 5,000 metres. And this is the important part. Just get that pacing right early as they're coming through to get 11 laps to go. So Nick Lukey's currently leading the way. It is just a parade behind him at the moment. Njetic up there. Chan. I think Stevens also in the mix at the moment. You can see Dutton making his way through. Also his Frankston teammate there in Verway, also up there early. Keith Scott, the Ballarat Harrier, sitting midfield in that lead pack. So big line, long line, separated by about 45 to 50 metres at the moment. Campbell Brooks, the smaller Box Hill runner, sitting mid-pack at the moment, midfield. Kieran Patton, he's sitting up towards the front of the pack as well. Ueda also sitting mid-pack, McAfee at the rear of the field, but it's a strong field, this one. And I think a lot, like we've seen in some of the other races just before, a lot can happen and a lot will happen. Those final 5 laps. It's great to see Tom Bowers out there again doing the pacing job. Hopefully they're being rewarded well in hamburgers and sausages. But no, it's great to have those paces on board here. And we are aiming at around that sub 15 here. So they're going through now, 4:12. Model's doing a great job. Nice little move there from Luke Nicholson from Old Scotch. His teammate there, Connor Merrigan, also leading through one of the packs. But no one's really panicking at the moment because the pace is really solid. Stevens, the Eureka runner, making another move. Going alongside Nick Lukey's. He's got a 15:30 to his name. Stevens is a 15:15. So Lukey's is moving beautifully early on in this race. So they're bang on the 15-minute schedule at the moment. So pacing once again is superb. They are to the second on that mark out in the lead of this pack. So just do your calcs from behind there. But out front, they're sitting right on 15-minute pace. So as we see them go around, we'll probably see them sitting right on the 6 minutes as they go past the start line once again. So for a lot of these young men, or all of them, based on seed times, these will be PBs. So the two Frankston runners there, Verway, Dutton, Scott up there as well. Augustinus in the mix. Ben Hassler just going past. Also Ross Thomas. But the field now separated by about 50 to 60 metres. Still relatively compact here. A few sub-packs now starting to form as they need to work together and keep that pace going. So 56, 57, 58, 59, 6 minutes, right on target. So they're sitting right on the 72-second laps at the moment, right on the 72s, through the 2 kilometre mark. So no real change. If you haven't heard already, there's some good news coming to Box Hill with funding coming through, we believe, for lighting, to upgrade the lighting, make my job a little bit easier, just a little. So Stevens looking great. Scott looking good too, the Ballarat runner. Lukey's on the rails, Njetic also up there. So Thomas leading the next pack. That's got Dan Gibney in it. So Campbell Brooks sitting nicely in the midfield at the moment, moving well. He's got Caleb Gilbert behind him, the Albury runner, the taller figure. Saw Gilbert have a big breakthrough at Milers Club and then go on with it at the Country Champs. We had a couple of really good runs down at Geelong last weekend. And our leader at the moment, another one of our country athletes from the Eureka Club, Ben Stevens. Keith Scott just to the outside. He's the Ballarat Harrier. So Lukey's sitting on the rail. Stevens leading. Dutton in good position. Also up there at the moment, Oliver Lurie from Chilwell. Campbell Brooks coming through now. He's got Tane Lang with him. Gilbert to the back of that pack. Thomas and Gibney. Also McAfee for the Bendigo Harriers. So Stevens leading nicely. I think Scott's in next position. Dutton's certainly sitting up there. Lukey's to the outside of him. So the pace has just gone the wrong side of 15. So with the pacemaker out, we're finding the pace just drifting a little bit. I think they've dropped by about 3 to 4 seconds in the last couple of laps. Not saying Stevens isn't doing a great job, but we probably need a little bit of help out front there to really force this pace forward to get the sub 15. Although by the looks on the faces, I think we're going to see some big kickdowns later on as we move into the 9-minute mark here. So Venner still moving nicely. Bowers has done his job. Well done. Thanks, Tom. Ueda, he's got Lang, his teammate behind him. Gilbert now latches back onto that pack again. Thomas and Gibney together. McAfee. Also up there, Petridis. Simon Hands going through. Seth Chan in next position. So we're well into the 3rd kilometre now. Coming down, beginning 4 laps to go. So Stevens doing a great job here. Lukey's has been a factor all the way. Also like what I'm seeing here from Kieran Patton from Deakin. Scott just easing back a little bit. Heinem positioned beautifully. A bit of a gap back then to Verway and also Venner. Campbell Brooks moving nicely. He's got Lang just to the outside of him. Thomas, Gibney, McAfee, Petridis. Then Hands. Chan in next position, his teammate there, Merrigan. So about 15 minutes left for the falafels. So if you want something to eat, get over to the falafels. They've got about 15 minutes before they start doing pack up. So get out there and eat. So new change in the lead. Njetic. Cornelis Njetic, he's a 15:30 man. So Njetic starting to lead it through. It's good to see Dutton up there. Stevens dropping back to about 4th or 5th. A little bit of a break then to Scott. Verway and Patton working together. Brooks still going nicely. He's got Max Ueda to chase. Another little change here as we see Gibney just get ahead of Thomas. McAfee just trying to hold on to that little pack. But out front, it's Cornelis Njetic. I think the pace has gone up again. So on to the 4th kilometre now, and it's 12:03 thereabouts. We may well see the sub 15. I think a few of these boys have got capacity here in this last kilometre just to really pull it in. So Njetic with Dutton. Good to see Pete Dutton really attacking the track over the 1500 and now the 5,000 metres. Probably suits him that little bit better. So a good track season here for Pete Dutton. And he is moving along very nicely. Patton. He's a 15:15 man, certainly under that time at the moment. So Njetic, Dutton, Patton. Also up there is Lovett. Hadn't caught him the whole time, but Lovett going nicely. Heinem now moving forward. Stevens just dropping back a little bit. Also going well, Luke Nicholson there from Old Scotch in that bunch there, led by Verway. Gilbert Stout now starting to move his way through. Gibney starting to break away there from Thomas and McAfee. But out front, Njetic still leads. Patton, I think, is the challenger now, the runner from Deakin. So nice lap, that one. They're still sitting on the 72, so this 15-minute time is still gettable for a few of these guys. Probably that top 3, 4, maybe 5. Heinem's got a bit of work to do. He's got to work this last bit hard as they come through to get 500 metres to go. So Njetic leads it. Patton. So Lovett, also a figure. He's a player in this as they come through to get 1 lap to go. They need a 69. Patton launches. Lovett goes with him. Yetish has got a bit of work to do. Dutton going. Then Lukey's, Hynam, Stevens. Then we've got Lurie. So Scott coming through now. Then Brooks. Also through Augustinus. His teammate there in Hassler going through, and Gibney, another old Zavarian. So down the back straight, the race is on. I think Patton's got this sub-15 in the legs. It's a matter of how many can get under. Yetish was so brave early, but he's now starting to just feel the effects of that leading. But out front, it is Kieran Patton. He's got a 15:15 time to his name. We're going to see him well and truly under that here. As we hit 14:41 as they hit the last straight. Patton's got this. Driving for the line now. Dutton's coming home strong as well. Lovett also up there. But it will be Patton to take it. 54, 55, 56. We'll have a few under. He's happy. Patton got it. Then Dutton. Love it. Hynen's going to be close, just over. Yetish in next position. Then Lukey's and Stevens. Big run there at the end from Verway. Lurie through next. Venner, good run for a junior, 15-12. Then Scott, also through now Nicholson, Ueda, Gilbert. Joined there by Hassler, Augustinus, also Thomas, McAfee, Lang, he's happy with that. Sub 15:30 for Tane Lang, so massive PB for him. So let's get behind the final runners coming through. Seth Chan will be next one in. So Chan will be through. Petridis. Sub 15:50 there. Hands will be next. And what a good quality field. 15:54 rounds it out here. And the men's C, 5,000 metres.
First ever fucking track race. Oh, first ever 5K.